بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. This is the fourth lesson بإذن الله. As always, we'll first go over some revision from the previous lessons. Thereafter, we'll go over the new lesson. Basically, the concept is still the same from the first lesson. The idea, the aim is we want to be able to identify the letters. We're carrying on. So we'll go over some revision. So since you guys can write, Brother Dawood, I'll ask you to write a few letters and ask the others.
Okay.
From the previous lessons.
Brother Suhail, which one is that?
Dal.
Okay. I kind of meant Ra. How do you make a difference between them?
Okay, so inshallah that we'll take in writing, but Ra is more of like a crescent going like this, a little bit on the top, and Dal is more of a backwards C.
Okay, I see. So this would be more like Dal.
Zai has a dot and Dal has a dot here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Brother Suhail, maybe you can write. Okay, go, Brother Dawood, you can write.
Okay, anybody?
Ba.
Alhamdulillah.
Ba.
Okay, let me ask. Okay, so let's go. Brother Dawood.
Ooh. Ha.
How? Ahsant.
Ha.
And then if there's a jim, basically the dot in the belly becomes jim.
Yep. The lower dot is jim, jim.
Yeah.
And the upper dot is ha, upper, ha.
Ahsant. Khaybar.
Dal.
Suhail.
Za.
Zai. Some people say za, but we'll say name of letter is Zai.
Zai.
We'll
Sheikh, that straight only. You wrote straight line. That only.
No, there's a dot above it.
Are you asking me this
don't
one?
Worry. We will get there inshallah in writing. You want me to write like that?
I confused whether you.
You want to have this little curly dot here.
Yeah, Sheikh.
Don't worry. Inshallah, in writing, we will get to that, inshallah.
Okay.
And then Khaybar.
Ta.
Suhail.
Tha.
Brother Dawood.
Ra.
Brother Dawood.
Zai.
Brother Dawood.
Da. Dal.
Brother Dawood.
Thal.
Val.
Thal.
Ahsantum. Okay, anybody remembers the words we used in our Arabic words? 3 lessons, we've taken 3 words. What are they?
Yeah, Sheikh.
You give us one, Brother Dawood will give us one, and Khaybar give us one.
Asant. Well done.
Ahsant.
Asant.
So, inshallah, we'll get on to the reading. And when we get onto the reading, inshallah, you'll be able to pronounce it clearly. So it's, we'll leave that for a later lesson. But basically, ahsant.
Ahsant.
Ahsant. Suhail, another word.
Ikra.
Iqra. Khaybar.
Ikra.
Ya.
Yeah. So when you're calling somebody, ya. Ya Fulan, Ya Muhammad, Ya so and so. Today's word, inshallah, will be you can say it in slang, or you can say it in fusha. Basically, slang is, slang is not really something that's wrong. No, it's just a way of speaking. A lot of slang is actually original Arabic. And it's important to also know a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But sometimes they put the words a little bit differently. But today's word will be as'aluka, which means I'll ask you. So I'll say, Ya Dawood, as'aluk, or as'alak. Even though as'alak is not grammatically correct, but they say, طيب as'alak, like that. So that's today's word. Hey, mashallah, Brother Dawood has picked it up. As'alak, which means I'll ask you. Okay.
Okay.
So we go over yesterday's lessons. First, the last 3 lessons, we'll read them, then we'll move on to today's lesson. We'll go from the back going forward. So we'll start from Zai, Ra, Dhal, Dal, Kha, Ha, Jim, Tha, Ta, Ba, Alif. Brother Dawood, اقرأ.
Zay, Ra, Dal, Dal, Kha, Ha, Jim, Ba, Ta, Ba, Alif.
أحسنت. Tha, huh? Tha. Last letter on the first line, Tha. And yesterday's lesson, Dhal. So letter number 4, if you're going from the beginning, letter number 4, let me mark that. This is letter number 4. This one. And this one. So can you guys see the difference? Tha,
Yes.
Dhal. Tha, Dhal.
Tha, Dal. Tha, Dal.
Okay, Brother Dawood, you can read again from the beginning.
Dal, Dal.
No, from Alif.
Oh, okay.
From the beginning in order.
Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha, Jim, Ha, Kha, Dal, Thal, Ra, Zay.
Zai.
Zai.
أحسنت. طيب يا خيبر اقرأ.
زي را ذال دال خا ح جيم ثا تا با ألف.
أحسنت. يا سهيل اقرأ.
Zai, Ra, Zal, Dal,
Dhal.
Zal.
If
Okay,
you look
Sheikh.
where we've written, where we wrote on the top, we don't want with a Z. We don't want Zal. No, we want Dhal.
Z- Zal.
No, not Zal. No Z. Dhal. Look, when you say Z, your tongue is still at the back. Z. No, you want to bring it to the front.
Which sound has to come, Sheikh, starting? Jed. If
So-
not Jed means which letter sound?
Sorry, I can't hear you. I didn't understand you.
Starting you are saying z means na. I am saying starting the sound is from Jed only na. You are saying that is wrong. From starting word, not Jed. If not Jed means which word, which letter?
I'm saying that when you are saying this letter here, let me mark it for you. When you are saying this letter here, can you see it?
Yeah, Sheikh.
Don't say Zal. Don't say this. Don't
Zal.
say this.
Zal,
Don't
not
say this.
Zal.
Not Zal, not Zal. Zal. Look at my
Zal.
tongue if you can see. Look at my tongue. Look.
Yes.
When you are saying z, look where it's coming from. Z. But when you are saying
yes.
look at my tongue. Like when you're
yeah,
saying in English, you see the difference. So when you
say
are saying
da.
it sometimes, you are saying zal. No, we want zal.
yeah, I will try, Sheikh.
Try
Zal.
again, please.
Like when you say the English word the.
Dal.
The.
Yes.
Dal. It, is it coming, Sheikh? Dal.
Yes. أحسنت. أحسنت.
Dal.
Carry on.
Dal.
Read everything.
Dal. Kha. Ha. Jim. Tha. Ta. Ba. Alif.
أحسنت. No Muhsin today. Okay, inshallah, we move on to today's lesson. Again, we almost there. We're about halfway now. Inshallah, after today, we would have finished half. Sorry. Right. So what does this look like? This looks like something that has teeth or a comb. Any other ideas?
Sea with waves.
W, Sheikh.
With waves, a sea. Okay, that's the best so far. So it's wavy. So this is seen. 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 Brother Dawood, seen.
Seen. Seen.
أحسنت.
Seen.
أحسنت. Seen. أحسنت. One more time.
Seen.
طيب يا خيبر اقرأ.
سين سين سين
أحسنت. Brother Suhail.
Seen. Seen. Seen.
So I just want you to keep this in mind. It's not for now, but just keep it in mind. Some letters in Arabic, there's a little bit of a whistling sound, like seen, seen. Not too much, but just to keep it in mind. You learn later on when you're reading in Quran and Tajweed and that. So you just keep it in mind. Moving on to the next letter. This one is, you can see they're related somehow. This was same structure, but this one got 3 dots. Sheen. Sheen.
Sheen.
Sheen.
The dots could be looking like rain over the sea. Rain, sheen.
ما شاء الله. طيب اقرأ يا داوود.
Sheen.
أحسنت.
Sheen.
أحسنت.
Sheen.
أحسنت يا خيبر اقرأ.
شين شين شين
أحسنت يا سهيل اقرأ.
Sheen. Sheen.
شين. شين. شين.
Sheen.
ها؟
Sheen.
أحسنت. Okay, these 2 letters coming up, if you get the concept right, you'll be able to say it correctly, and they're easy. They just need some practice. Saad, 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 Saad. So not Saad, 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 Saad. You must concentrate here. Not Saad, 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 Saad. Brother Dawood, اقرأ.
Sod. Sod.
أحسنت.
Sod.
2 more times.
Sod. Sod.
صاد.
Sod.
أحسنت يا خيبر اقرأ.
صاد صاد
أحسنت. أحسنت. One more time.
صاد
ما شاء الله. يا سهيل اقرأ.
Sod. Sod. Sod.
أحسنتم جميعا. طيب, this is the next one. As you can see, they're related. It has a dot. This is bod, 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 bod. Some people say that Arabic is also called the language of bod because there is no bod in any other language. So here we're just putting it in English to so people can be familiar, but this is not the correct spelling. But some things you can't really spell. Bod, bod. Brother Dawood, اقرأ.
Dod. Dod.
Bod.
Dod.
Okay, so
Dod.
there's a difference between dod and bod.
Where are you
So
putting
you
your tongue?
want, okay. So can you, your upper palate,
Yes.
okay, not on top of the palate, you know, just before the teeth. I'm not sure what's that called in English. On the sides, on the inside, you know, you've got to, let me draw this for you. Let me draw this for you. So let's imagine that this is your mouth, the upper palate, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's say this is your tongue. This is your tongue, right? And then here are your teeth. Sorry, I'm not an artist.
The bottom ones or the top ones?
This we're talking about the top. So if
Okay.
this was a person, we're talking. Let's say these are his lips. And then these are his teeth. That's the top and that's the bottom. We're talking about these ones here.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So that's where we come here, right? And this here is the tongue. Right. There's a few ways you can say it. You've got your tongue should be not on the teeth. It let me get another color. It can be here. So on your gums, just by the teeth, or it can be here on the left, or it can be on both. Bod. Bod. So it's like you bod. Bod.
Daad.
Bod.
Daad.
From the left, from the
Daad.
right, or from both. Bod. Bod
Daad.
and bod.
Daad.
Bod. أحسنت.
Daad.
Slowly, inshallah, and it will come.
Daad.
يلا اقرأ.
Bod. Bod. Bod.
Okay. Bod. Brother Suhail, اقرأ.
ضاد ضاد ضاد.
أحسنت. Okay, there's a common mistake when it comes to these two letters. Number one, this one here. Some people say this. Some people say swad. This is wrong. So this we don't want. We want Saad. Saad.
Saad.
So this is wrong. That's wrong. So we want Saad. Saad.
I'm imagining it. It's got a handle, and the curve is like a saw, which you cut wood with. Sawed. Sawed.
Saad. أحسنت. Brother Dawood, are you an artist by any chance?
No, not a little bit, but not much.
MashaAllah. So that's Saad. And same with here. Some people make a mistake here and they say Dwad. No, we don't want this. This we don't want. Sorry, I'll get that in green. Brother Dawood, you can say Saad and Daad, please.
Sawed. Daad.
Yeah.
Sawed.
So,
Daad.
Ahsan. So this one here we don't want. Okay, going through the whole line again. Seen, Sheen, Saad, Daad. Brother Dawood, اقرأ.
Seen. Sheen. Sawed. Daad.
Ahsant. Again.
Seen. Sheen. Sawed. Daad.
أحسنت يا خيبر اقرأ.
Sin, Sheen, Saad, Daad.
أحسنت. سهيل اقرأ.
سين شين صاد ضاد.
Okay, Brother Dawood, from the beginning till where we've reached.
Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha, Jim, Ha, Ta, Dal, Thal, Ra, Zay, Sin, Sheen, Sod, Dod.
أحسنت يا خيبر، اقرأ.
ألف با تا ثا جيم حا خا دال ذال را زي سين شين صاد ضاد.
Okay, I want to ask you and Brother Dawood, is there a difference between this and this? Okay, let me find a small spot to write here. Is there a difference between this and this?
Yeah,
The difference?
I think
Longer.
the longer, yeah, I agree.
زاي not زي.
Aywa. So both of you, we want zai, not zay.
Okay.
زاي.
Zay
Zai.
is another word for like clothing in Arabic. Zay.
Ah, okay. So you
So we want
Zay.
zai. We want zai.
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 Yeah, Zai.
زاي. أحسنتم. طيب سهيل اقرأ.
ألف باء تاء ثاء جيم حاء خاء دال ذال راء زاي سين شين صاد ضاد.
أحسنتم أحسنتم. طيب أسألك يا داوود.
Yes.
Please, let's go back to our board because here it's written in English. Slowly we want to take out the English. We'll get another page of writing. Let me ask you today's lesson. Okay. Brother Dawood.
Yes. Sod.
No dot. Ahsant.
Sod.
Brother Dawood.
Dod.
Ahsant.
Dod.
Brother Dawood.
Seen.
Brother
Seen.
Dawood.
Sheen. Sheen.
Brother Dawood.
Dal. Dal.
Dal.
Dal.
Ahsant. طيب يا let's go through the alphabet together. Okay. So you guys are going to Brother Dawood, have you memorized or you're familiar with all the letters, correct?
Not all of
The
them.
one
No, I
we've
did.
taken.
I used to be familiar with all of them. I started to write them, but that was years ago, the last time I had a lesson.
So the ones we've taken, though, you're quite familiar with them now.
Yes, Daad, I just got a re-invitation, sort of reintroduction to. But the other ones in the beginning were very familiar. Now they're getting a little bit like lamb, and some of the other ones meme. I have, but wow. But some of the other ones I've lost the remembrance of. So,
Inshallah, we will get them. Inshallah, don't worry. So far, what we've taken, are you able to write for us all the letters that we've taken in order?
I can try.
Can you try? Yeah, Bismillah.
Okay. Alif. Ba, ta, tha,
Ahsant. And carry on. It's the first line, the first lesson.
yeah, first line. So this is the second line.
Yeah.
Jim, ha, kha,
Kha.
qa,
Ahsant.
dal, thal, ra, I can't move the page up.
Let me move that for you. It's not going further up. Okay, maybe if you can try and squeeze them at the bottom.
Okay. Zai, Seen, Sheen, Saad,
And
And
Daad you
that's-
can put on the same letter. You just add its dot. Ahsant.
Daad.
أحسنت أحسنت أحسنتم جميعا. طيب, any questions? Brother Dawood, are you able to? Yeah, you've rubbed it out.
Yep.
And any questions? Any
No.
from the lessons?
Nope.
Few lessons. We're going slowly. We've taken 4 lines now. We've just got 3 left, inshallah. And after that, we'll be going on to new lessons, inshallah.
Yeah. I like the pace because, again, I like the way you're introducing each letter, and I'm getting a chance to feel like I know it better. Nobody's ever done with me with this. They've all said, you just have to pick it up as you go along. They've never actually focused on introducing me to them and getting to recognize the shapes. So I hope this improves my ability to read, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah, Allah make it easy for us all. Ameen.
Ameen.
Before we go, I want to give you guys a small piece of, or a small fa'idah, a small piece of benefit. Fa'idah, I think, as you've picked up now, fa'idah means benefit in Arabic. So that's an extra word for you guys today, fa'idah. So today's fa'idah, or today's piece of benefit, is many verses in the Quran where Allah takes an oath by time. So for example, Allah says, وَالضُّحَى, He says, وَالْعَصْرِ. All these are oaths. Allah is taking an oath by time. Some of the scholars mention that from the wisdom behind this is to show us the importance of time and how it carries on moving and how our time is limited. So we've got to always remember that, you know what, as I'm living, whether I'm doing something or I'm not doing something, my time is going. And, you know, the clock is slowly running down for every single one of us. You know, there's some people, whenever your time is written, obviously you will go. But it's important to remember this, that, you know what, my time will come. My time will come to an end. So while I'm still living, again, let me try and do as much good as I can. You know, small, simple things, even at times not doing something, but pondering over something. You're driving, you see the clouds, you see the sky, and you know, you remember Allah, you say subhanallah, you just remember how great He is and what He's created, the fact that He alone deserves to be worshipped. That in itself is an act of worship. That's why in at the end of Surah Al Imran, Allah is praising those who look for who ponder over His signs. They ponder over the creation and His signs, and they take a lesson from it, and they also remember Him. So, for example, when He says, "Inna fi khalqi samawati wal ardi wa ikhtilafi al-layli wan nahari wal fulk," basically He's telling us in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and how the night and day rotate, they they move, they interchange, and the way the vessel or the ship goes through the sea. In all this, or in all these things, are signs. So we ponder over the greatness of Allah. Everything you look at should be a sign, and you should try to take a lesson and try to attribute it to the power of Allah, the fact that He's created it, and this in itself is a good deed. So yes, at times you can read salah, you can give your charity, you can do something, but also at times you need to have, even during the day, a time where you ponder, you think over the day, you think over Allah, how He's blessed you. So many times, especially through the difficult times we're living in, due to what's going on, a lot of people feel that, you know what, I'm in my house the whole time. I can't do anything. I can't move. I can't this. I can't that, etc. No, start thinking of the things that Allah has given you. I've got good health. I'm able to read my salah. I'm not in search. I'm not dying of hunger. I'm not in search of safety. I've got safety. I've got so much. And the more you think of what you have, and the more grateful you are, Allah will not only protect the gifts He's given you, but He'll also increase you. That's why He says, لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. If you are grateful with what Allah has given you, He will increase you. So ponder over it and always be grateful. Sometimes something happens in life, or something's been taken away. Look at what you've been given. Look at all the things you've been given and thank Allah. That's my few words for today, inshallah.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
Any questions? Anything you guys would like to mention? Any suggestions? Khair, inshallah. So if there's no questions, we see you guys tomorrow, bi'idhnillah. And we ask Allah to grant us all goodness and beneficial knowledge, make us from those who are blessed in this world and the next. Ameen. Fi amanillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa
Wa
rahmatullah.
alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.